I call our work is sort of looking for the truth. Normally, we have a heritage in North Africa. That's where I'm working. And in this North Africa, before the colonialism, before the modern construction and so on, there was a heritage. The people was dealing with climatic condition, with local materials, with construction ways. They didn't need any air condition, and for them the energy was not, there is misuse of energy. They were very rational. And our work, we started because these areas in the desert and so on were very neglected. We started to work with the people. The first priority was what about education, and we started with 14 schools, 6 classrooms, not the whole school, in different areas. This was with local materials, with participation of the master of work, training new generation using local materials. But in the meanwhile, maybe from our point of view, we added some science additives to material to be stabilized against, the erosion or floods or too many things, earthquake, and then extended the school after that. But we won. Not only the people won a little bit, but we won because we learned that in the desert and the neglected areas there is a potential, great potential, and the people think very rational. But what we studied and we learned, it was West-oriented. We were alienated from our reality. We didn't know what's in and so on. But this process, we learned a lot, and therefore we continued in housing, in culture, in urban planning after that, informal areas after that. But all of this depends on what we learned with the people in the desert. What worries me most that after the Second World War, there was a new mechanism in the world, from economic point of view. Of course, the media played a very bad role, but it went more to monopole, international monopole, that the knowledge and science and so on, most of it started here in Mediterranean, okay? And even if we are talking about religions also, as a civilization for humanity, there was a potential, great potential. But after that, this science developed in West, North, but we were consumers, and there was an intermediary in between. And if this process of the mechanism continue, we'll suffer a lot from it. For instance, I give you an example now. The most polluting countries in the world, America and China. Over 40% from the pollution all over the world comes from this. But who is going to suffer from the effect of this climatic change? Most of it Africa. What I'm afraid of that this mechanism continue. Their economic process as it is, and our communities and our scientific people and committed people and still alienated or ignored from what's going on. And now it's about time that therefore I came here, and I'm very, very, very happy that the Mediterranean, which was and still a pool in the world, now they have to have the networking to identify our problems, our potential, our priorities, and how we can be in touch but a practical touch with the people, which really they have potential, but they are alienated or ignored and so on. What the people have to learn and to trust, that we have great potential in our areas. For instance, sun, the energy, of course wind. We have youth, which is the majority in the area in Egypt, with over 59%, 58 to 59%, and of course on the North Africa and in the region, which is human resources. For instance, in Egypt, we have this silicon and sand and so on, which could be, I can't say mass production, but can produce panels for solar and so on. The recognition of the potential of the people, available materials, vocational training, job creation, and there is a lot of potential, but they have to know that this exists. And then will be the second question, how to deal with, how to work with the majority of the people, which is youth. And you see now what's happening in North Africa, revolution. This is the explosion of the energy of unemployed youth. The business strategy have to be like, as I said, the people, you know, in the desert area. The business people have to think rationally, that they have to start and discuss with the representative of youth and so on, which type of resources, potential and so on exists, and how can together we can develop it for them as a micro level, job opportunities and so on, but in general for the Mediterranean to have a better life condition, as all of us talking about. We are thinking not only about the children of our children, and I think the people, they are ready for that. But the business people and so on, they have really to rethink again how they can approach that. What makes me smile, you will not believe, that I'm going after 1 or 2 hours to the areas where I'm working, and the happiness and the joy by the children there, where we are working together with them. We have in our NGO and our association, and we have, you know, constructed a lot of culture centers, theaters, bibliothèque, and these children use it, and they establish so-called children parliament. Can you believe that? And they are acting and playing and so on. They bring us joy. They are happy, and this makes me every day hope. And we are not stupid. We are going on the right track.